Thank you.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sue?
Regarding Game of Thrones, were you happy with how it ended in terms of like who ended up on the throne, or did you think that there was someone else?
I think it was very appropriate that it was a kid who'd been like sitting in a chair for a long time, a kid who'd been pushed out the window, in the first episode. Sorry, have I given this away for? There was a lot of flack about the last season of Game of Thrones. I was astounded. I'm not astounded, the way people are, the mentality that there is nowadays when people get on Twitter and all of these things and just slag the fuck out of everything. I really hate it. I'm not on any social media, and, it's this kind of really nasty, strain of behavior that's kind of come with all of that technology. And for people to turn on the writers of something that, people had adored for 7 seasons in such a nasty fashion as they did, I was just taken aback. I really was, because they're really talented. And that story was impossible to end. I was, I wasn't in the last season, and I was, but I was in it a lot, right? So I was around these people, and I thought they'd made this like amazing thing I was thinking, how can you end it? You can't really, right? And even when the characters that were, there was this thing that went around for years where people were like very far away from each other, and there was a lot of talk about far away lands and characters, and eventually they started interacting, and it's like, right, okay, this is, it's a different beast, and then you've got this final season, which I thought like some of the best scenes, the best sequences of Game of Thrones were in the last season. I don't have any doubt about that. They ended it in the only way that they could end it, which was, strangely reminiscent of how it began, right? There's people sitting in a kind of land that seems to have some kind of stability, but there's also uncertainty and threat, which is, I suppose that's kind of what the world is like all the time. There was a part of me that wanted it to end about 20 minutes before it did. It's just that it was an image that I was like, that's just so fantastic. It was a dragon flying away, holding Daenerys Targaryen. I was like, that's just stunning. And I thought the episode before it was fucking amazing. Sorry for my language. What was the question again?
Oh, were you happy with the ending?
Oh, happy with the ending. Yeah, I was. I thought it was impossible. Yeah.
But were you happy with the ending of your character? Because in the season he dies, it seems like he gets like way stupider than like every season before that.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes. It's fine. I mean, I always wanted, well, actually, I don't even really want to answer that question because I like to keep secrets.
Okay.
And a lot of actors don't keep their secrets enough, I feel, and they want to they're doing all these interviews and they're telling you, well, this is what I was thinking, this is what this is about. But, I've always preferred actors, who have, who don't tell you what's going on. I know you had Pacino in here once. Did anyone ever see a film called Scarecrow? Well, you should seek that one out. And there's this. It's a bit kind of. Some of it's a bit over the top. It's Al Pacino and Gene Hackman. It's these two kind of oddballs. But the sequence at the end of it is just this amazing scene with Al Pacino in a fountain, walking around, and you're like, where is this coming from? It's not explained, but he just kind of suddenly just breaks, you know, and it's not explained. So I always, you know, I don't want to be just like totally not answer the question. I mean, I always thought, well, I always wanted people to like that character, Littlefinger, and it is written that way in the books, you know, that he's charming, and he would have to be charming to, you know, to get into those circles he did, and, you know, manipulate the way he did. But, you know, there was this romantic thing that was also, you know, my main thing was this is somebody who's driven by being spurned, you know, and that's, you know, we all know that, that's what that character was about. You know, he loved somebody that he couldn't have, and then there was this whole strange relationship with Sansa Stark, which was his undoing, and it was about a warped romantic idea, which, you know, I'm really glad didn't come to anything.